Baker Mayfield is, quote, overrated as hell. Ryan said Baker is a one-read guy. He is too slow to outrun defenders. He doesn't get the ball out in rhythm. He's not accurate down the field, and he took too long to get the ball out against the Rams. So, guys, other than that, you know, Rex, he just really likes him as a quarterback. Some criticism there. Shannon, does Rex Ryan have a point about Baker?
He does, Skip, but I think the expectations for coming into this season was too high. You look at Baker, he's threw more touchdowns as a rookie than any quarterback in NFL history. And you're talking about some of the greats, the Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck. Any of the quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield threw more touchdowns as a rookie. Okay, now he's coming into his second season. You trade for OBJ. You pair him with Jarvis Landry, Nick Chubb, and Njoku, and you say Baker's going to take that next step. So the expectations are sky high. And a lot of this, Baker invites on himself, Skip. You see, when you stare down an opposing coach and you say, I woke up feeling dangerous, you see, you invite this kind of criticism.
You do.
You know, I've had guys tell me their coaches would tell them when they're breaking down me when I was playing, Skip, that 84 has a big mouth, but he's a hell of a player.
Really?
You see, if you're okay, you talk it. Got no problem. You're going to talk it, but you better back it up now.
I agree.
And this is the kind of criticism. This is what Baker has opened himself up to. When you go down the field and you running all the way down the field, Skip, this is what you invite. And since he's entered the league, Skip, he's thrown the most interception of anybody. Even more than Case Keenum, including the 3 he threw last night. Baker's trumped him. Now, we know Jameis is a turnover machine. He's got more INTs than Jameis. And you know, man, Jameis get the ball away like, hey, like you paid him for it.
He did Sunday.
Again. And right now, Skip, it seems to me 2 things are happening. He's pressing, and then he's seeing ghosts. Because there's a lot of times he's running out of the pocket when he doesn't need to.
He bolts.
And he doesn't need to.
No, I agree.
So he's invited this criticism upon himself with his behavior. So if you like that moxie, take it. If you don't like Baker, you don't like Baker. Okay, bro. You built this house. So go on and live in it.
So I'm going to invoke a name on this show that very few people watching this show probably ever heard of. Do you remember Dizzy Dean?
I do remember.
Okay.
I know the name. I don't remember him, but
Hall of Fame pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, became a famous TV commentator on baseball games of the week, called the Falstaff Game of the Week, back in the day when there was only one game on TV every Saturday, and he was the color commentator, and he was a big, strong, funny guy from Arkansas. And his famous expression was, "It ain't bragging if you can do it." Or back it up, as you just said. And it always stuck in my head from my days as a little kid watching those games. It ain't bragging if you can do it. Can you do it, Baker? Because he brags a lot.
He does.
And his whole body language is brag, brag, brag. It's swagger, swagger, swagger. And I love it. I love to watch him. I like to watch him play quarterback as much as I like to watch anybody play quarterback in the National Football League, sometimes for better and for worse. Because he will try things he shouldn't try, and if they connect, he'll go running down the field celebrating like a wild man.
But I need that energy.
Okay.
You know, I need that energy. I need the energy that when he wins. Because we used to kill Cam. When Cam would come in there and sulk, and he's like, somebody stole my dog, and they ran over my cat. Cam was sulking. I need that same. That's what Baker. Did you see him Sunday? You got to play better. No. Have that energy you had when you stared down Hugh Jackson. When you won the game-winning touchdown, I need that kind of upbeat. I need that kind of positive energy. Don't come in here sulking. I ain't trying to hear that.
Same energy you had when you took a shot at Daniel Jones. Took another shot at Sam Ellinger down in Texas, who's playing at a high level.
They have some history.
Hold on. That man ain't got no history now. What happened to high school or whatever, that man up there, he in Texas. You were first pick in the draft, and you're going to talk about, I hope he knows I don't like him because I know he doesn't like me. Come on, really? Normally, we don't see quarterbacks brag openly. You don't think Tom Brady think he's supreme talented? But he don't brag it because he know guys going to try to peel his. They already trying to get him. They really going to try to peel your cap.
True.
They really want to shut you up.
It's a tough league, man.
Yeah.
And if you invite them, they will come to your party.
They sure will.
And they'll walk all over
They sure will. They sure, and add a little extra to it.
They will. So, again, he started 13 games last year, and he went 6-7. And as you point out, he threw 27 touchdown passes, and he had a few really big games against Baltimore at home. It was really good. 342 he threw in that game, and it was a big upset, and he threw 4 touchdown passes in another game. He had 4 or 5 games where you said, hey, you were not all in on him, and then all of a sudden you crossed over and you said, you're right, gotcha.
But what happens?
Okay. Odell happened. And Freddie Kitchens happened because Freddie went from calling the plays and being his quiet big brother to, I'm supposed to run the whole football team and call the plays at the same time? And I got to try to figure out how to deal with Odell and Jarvis as they vie for
and
targets.
give Nick Chubb enough touches.
Okay, I got it. And Rex Ryan made the point. I want to be an offensive coordinator. Give me Chubb and Odell and Jarvis. And Njoku and whoever else he said. By the way, Njoku's out right now, so he couldn't play in that game.
And why is he out, Skip? What happened? Baker threw one of the medic balls?
Medicine ball, yep. He threw it, and Njoku tried to catch it, and he paid for it.
Yeah, that's not
And remember last year, little Callaway from Florida was just getting loose deep all the time, and he's suspended for the first 4 games, so he doesn't have him. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at the targets off the game the other night, and it's 9 targets to Odell and 9 to Jarvis. And you don't think this is like running in a calculator in the back of his head? I got to get Odell a couple more balls because Jarvis has got 2 more targets, right?
Probably.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It is hard, and it's too much to think about because last year I don't think he was thinking about much of anything.
Yeah, but at some point in time, Skip, you got to sacrifice.
Yep.
And normally, the good family, like, I'm the youngest of 3. My brother, my older sister and a brother. But there are a lot of times that my sister would sacrifice so me and my brother could have.
Yep.
And there was time my brother would sacrifice so I could have.
I don't think this works that way.
And well, you're not going to be successful. There are times in the game when we were at our best in Denver, Ed had to sacrifice, Rod had to sacrifice, I had to sacrifice.
Yep.
The only person that wasn't sacrificing was TD. TD was getting his carries. We understood that, Skip, but there were going to be games I might get 10 targets, Ed and Rod might get 3 or 4 between the 2 of them. But you know what? The next week, it was a fluid situation. It wasn't no, man, I need my... No, bro, we winning. And guess what? As long as there's enough, there's the pie. You know, there's going to be enough of the pie everybody can eat. Now, you might not get the slice that TD and John Elway got, but you know, I don't need but a little bit. I don't got no big appetite. I ain't no big eater myself, Skip. You know what I'm saying? I just want bragging right. That's all I want to do is just talk. Just give me I can talk. That's it.
So Baker did a lot of talking through the offseason. He also got married, and he did a whole bunch of commercials that are all over my television every time I turn it on, right?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Good for him, but hard for him.
Yeah.
Because now it's a whole new world where everybody said, the Browns are going to run away with that division, and they're a playoff team, and blah, blah, blah. And then Tennessee happened, and now the Rams happened.
Yeah.
And the Rams are just better than the Browns. We know that.
Right.
They can't protect Baker.
And that's what and you don't hear teams when teams beat the Patriots, you don't hear teams say the Patriots are who we thought they were. But see, when you start bragging, you start doing all this talking,
That's true.
That's what you get.
That's a good point. I would agree. So we're about to find out exactly what Baker Mayfield is made of for real. And I say he's made of tough stuff and right stuff. And we will see from here.
But Baltimore's for real, though, Skip.
I know. I got hey, it doesn't get much easier.
Baltimore's for real.
I don't think they're as real as the Rams, but that's just me.
You don't think so?
Nope.
I think I think so.
I don't.
Especially at home. Oh, they come get you. Now they're gonna heat him up now, Skip.
I know. They will heat him up. I'm afraid it's going to get a little worse before it gets better.
Oh, Wink Martindale?
The back half of their schedule does start to break up and loosen up.
I ain't talking about the game show host.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about this Wink Martindale. He gonna send them dogs.
Yep.
And then B-Mo, that's the one thing Baltimore pride themselves on. They're gonna play defense. Now it's not they're gonna always win. I mean, you get a situation like Mahomes. Mahomes gonna lot a lot of people up on defense.
Although Wink is capable of saying this week that, I think Baker Mayfield is more talented than Patrick Mahomes. That's what he'll say.
Wait, well, you just said that Dak Prescott is, so what's the
didn't
difference?
say more talented. I just say he's performing at a higher level.
Don't do that, Skip.
I just did it.
Don't do it again.
Because I backed it up.
No, you didn't. No,
It's over.
No, it's not over.
Yep.
Mahomes will win the MVP.
Okay. Well, he should. He should run away with it.
No. Why should he?
Because he got a coach that gives him the greenest light in the history of pro football.
You got Kellen Moore who vibe with him. Dak got his own guy now. Scott Linehan wasn't his guy. That was Tony Romo's guy.
Yep.
He got his own guy that vibe with it.
Okay, but we do both. We throw it and we run it.
We do too.
With both Zeke and Tony Pollard.
What we do is win. Yeah. That's all we do is win.
Oh, do you?
That's
really?
all we do is win.
Well, I didn't notice that in the AFC Championship game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I didn't
Did the
notice
Cowboys
it
get? Did the
at
Cowboys?
Foxborough
Did the
last
Cowboys
year.
get to the NFC Championship?
No, they
They
will
got
this year.
steamrolled.
We're gonna go.
Skip, there's nothing worse than get run over. I mean, do you know what that means? A man is moving you against your will. You trying to sit there. What was the wolf hunter? The wolf hunter got sick. CJ had the wolf hunter thrown up on the
I think
sideline.
he's literally sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally.
Can't help that.
Made Jalen Smith turn it down. Jalen said, I ain't want no more of the bowling ball. The bowling ball with legs, CJ, running through him, Jenny.
All right.
What
we're
did they
gonna
do to
switch
Drew
gears.
Brees last year? Do you remember?
Who?
My guys. What did they do to Drew Brees?
Oh,
That one game.
yeah, one game.
One Thursday.
Okay.
well, we gonna say, watch your old bridge over troubled waters.
Okay, well,
Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay, that means
lot.
the waters are troubled, right?
For you guys.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. You know who sang that song?
No, I don't.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, I was
except
gonna-
it was actually Art Garfunkel who sang a rare solo in that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Just so
look
you
at,
know.
Look at that
I know
history,
this stuff.
Skip.
Yeah.
Well, music buff as well, or you just know your facts? I'm impressed.
He like this.
I know 60s music.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm impressed by that. We got to step away from the NFL right now and talk college football because, guys, Michigan.